Howdy guys, Jake with Green Pro here. Thought you might like to explore something a little bit different than what we are typically posting here, and something that's a large part of our job. So we assist and we're maintenance for a lot of water operators, not just wastewater, and that has to come to do with your drinking water. So we want to show you a little bit about how large water associations get water to your house. So this is a well that is pretty large well. It can pump about 350 gallons per minute. This pump is sitting on top of the wellhead here, and this well is pretty deep. You're talking about 400 or 500 feet deep, large, 8-inch diameter hole all the way in the ground, and it literally sucks the water up, comes through this here, got a valve to shut it off, electronic master meter to tell people how much water is going through it, and it's going to dip down here into the ground, follow the pipes around. You can see that blue line that's coming up the side here of this white unit. That's an aerator. It's adding air to the water. And the big concrete structure underneath here is a large tank that holds that water in the ground. We're passing the generator here just in case the power goes out. Everyone still has water, and comes over here into what's called the wet well. The wet well holds a certain volume of water, in this case approximately 20 to 30,000 gallons of water. These two pumps here are called service pumps. The service pumps turn on when the water pressure in the system drops below a certain level. They suck the water out of the wet well and pump the water through this pipe up and into this large, massive tank. This is called a pressure tank, because if you can see this condensate line right here, the tank is full of water from there down to here. The rest of that, the little pocket right here at the very top, is full of air, and that allows for the water to actually pressurize inside the tank. Water cannot be compressed, but air can, and so we've got a real small air compressor over here that puts air into the top of the tank that can compress, and then this water is going to come out of the tank through this valve way over here at the very end. This valve here that goes out into the community. As soon as enough water is used, this pressure tank here gauge drops below a certain level. Right now we're sitting around almost 90 psi. When that drops to a certain level, it'll kick on those service pumps again and start the system over again. So that gives you a little bit of information about how the water is brought out of the ground, and different water associations are going to have different standards of treatment depending on their water quality. In this case, this facility has to aerate, chlorinate, and they use gas, chlorine gas to chlorinate, and lime to bring the pH of the water up. So the water here is a little acidic, and they use that lime to bring the water pH up and make it clean for drinking use.